Hey guys, welcome back. If you sell on Etsy or your own website or Amazon Handmade or Michael's new site or basically anywhere, if you sell online and you sell a customizable product, um, it it always comes up, how do you mock up a version of your product for a specific customer, or how do you change a product that you currently have to show different variations on engravings or whatnot? I'm going to show you how to do that, how to create a mock-up right now, and it's going to be super quick, and you're going to learn a lot. So pay attention, don't skip through this video, watch the whole thing. I promise I'll make this as fast as I can. Okay, I'm here in Photoshop. I'm not going to explain every single tool I'm using, except the ones that I think you absolutely need to know. Okay, the first off, I've got this toy box. This is a toy box I made for a customer. This Memot name on the front is actually engraved on the front of this. This is not an overlay. So, but what if I wanted to take this and I wanted to change the engraving that was on the front? Well, let's do that. I'm going to come up first to my spot healing brush or spot healing brush tool. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start slowly drawing over sections of this previous engraving. And if you draw over one section that doesn't look great, you can always go over it again to smooth it out. And you'll see that that's all I'm doing here. And now I've got kind of a blank canvas to work with. Now that one just had somebody's last name on the front. Let's design this same box, but let's do it for anniversaries, or let's say a wedding. So somebody's getting married, we want the last name on the top, maybe a bar in the middle, and then underneath an established on date. Let's do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my artwork. So let's just say, let's just do this, the webs. All right, I'll go ahead and move this artwork over here. Let's make it black. I can come in here and I can change the size of this font, maybe make that look a little different than the other text. Okay, there we have the webs. And then under this, let's put a black rectangle, something like this. We'll fill it with black. We'll take off the stroke and just kind of put that where we want it, just like so. And then under here, well, let's do established, I don't know, January 2015. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and make that a little smaller. And let's even change the font, Times New Roman. And we'll do Times New Roman bold, which I think is already there. All right, and now I'm going to just center that. I'll select these three layers. Just go ahead and center them so that I know they're perfect. And if I wanted to, I could actually come in here and just go ahead and merge these layers to make it one thing, right? So there it's all by itself. If I were to move it around, it's all going to move together. It's all in one layer, right? So now I want to put this, I want to make this fit inside this front boxed area. How do I do that? In Photoshop, I'm going to use a tool called Perspective Warp. And I'm going to make sure that I'm on my layer with the text. And I'm going to go to Edit, Perspective Warp, and I'm going to draw a box around my text. And I'm going to draw it as closely as I can to the edges of the text and make sure it's even all the way around the text elements. I'm going to let go of my mouse button. I'm going to click Enter. When I click Enter, you'll notice these corner anchor points change to these kind of donut looking shapes. You can now drag these donut looking shapes up into the areas of your product here to get the right perspective on this. Now this is a little big, so let's move it in. I'm going to try and keep the same distance between this vertical line in the trim and this vertical line in the artwork. So I'm going to drag this over so where that's about the same space. Same up here. Between this trim and this line, I'm going to drag this over, try and keep that even. Same here, and all the way around. And now I can hit enter, and that will place that text right on my box at the right perspective so that it looks like that this image was actually engraved right onto the front of my box. Now, if I wanted to go a step further in making this look legitimate, I could start adding some effects. I could, for example, change the overlay method. We could go to dissolve, darken, multiply, so on and so forth. You can scroll through those to see the effects each one has. And a lot of times I will use multiply. Doesn't seem to do much on here, but it's one I commonly use. I can come in here, I can change this opacity a little bit so that it kind of blends into that and it looks more like a real engraving would look. Right? So it's not just these solid black letters. You can come in here and you can bevel and emboss to make that look, give that a little bit more depth. You can do an outer bevel, you can do an inner bevel, so on and so forth. Anyways, that's really how to do it. The major tool here is the perspective warp, and that's how to use it to mock up a product. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.